everyone, in this video I'll be talking about 5 things that you need to consider as it relates to passing the regulation part of the CPA exam. Like you guys all know, I'm a New York licensed state certified public accountant, and for this part in particular, I actually failed reg the first time I took it. So in this video I'll be sharing exactly what I did the second time around so that I was able to be successful at it. I hope that you guys stay tuned and make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe. And thank you again for tuning into the Migrant Hope channel. Hey everyone, so the first thing you need to do is please do not underestimate the power of business law. So the regulation exam consists of the tax portion, and it also comprises of business law. Please do not underestimate the power of business law. Granted, they kind of tell you what the percentage is, and I cannot speak to the fact whether it's more or less, but please do not underestimate it. That was one mistake I made when I took it the first time. The second time around, I actually took my time. I read it more, I learned more. Now, you may not be very much so inclined with the law and everything, but I think it's for this exam, if this is a goal that you really want for yourself, I really think that you should definitely take some time dedicated to actually studying and revising the concepts, especially for business law. Now, the second thing is, and I always say this, I've talked about this in my FAR video and in my general CPA testimony video, is do not underestimate the power of actually reading the textbook. I highly encourage everybody to do so. Even though you may be working in the field already, it still helps, and I promise you guys, like, the reading the textbook will help you read in the details and really understand some of those concepts that the simulations and the multiple choice practice questions do not necessarily give you. So I highly encourage you to really take some time, read each chapter. Don't just rush through it and think that, okay, because I got a good grade in tax in school, I'm going to be successful at the exam, because the CPA is a very different ball game, and I hope that you kind of think about this before you actually try to sit and study for a regulation. Now, the third piece is, when the first time I took the test, I focused a lot on trying to understand the different exemptions, standard deductions, all that stuff. So I actually work in the audit field, so I'm really not that versed in tax. And if I'm being honest, tax is not really a part of public accounting that I truthfully enjoy as much. So initially, I would try to cram all the different deductions. If you make this certain amount, or if you're in that bracket, you would earn this amount, you have to deduct this, deduct that. What I found in retaking the test the second time, the way I did it is I kind of really just focused only on the most important ones, which were like I think it's the filing status, like if you're head of household, how much you have, that standard deduction and all that piece. So that's really what I focused on, and I was not too concerned about those little deductions and all the little itemizations that you have to really learn. I didn't focus on it, and it was very helpful for me. And I've mentioned this video before, when I retook regulation the second time, it ended up being my highest grade out of all my CPA tests. So granted, I don't work in the tax field, right? I think to a certain degree, I definitely think I know what I'm talking about. Now, the fourth thing is, I've said this before, take your time in studying. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no rush, because the day you become a CPA, nobody will ask you when you took it, how you passed it, all that stuff. It's very irrelevant. Take your time and study so that you do your best, and then as a result of that, you're passing. Guys, it's not funny to fail this test. Like, it's because you put a lot of effort and work into it. So when it doesn't result in success, it could be very hurtful. So I really encourage you, take your time and study. There's really no rush. Don't pace yourself at the pace in which you know it doesn't work for you. When I took it the first time, I was like, oh, it's just tax, it's not a big deal. Granted, I knew that tax was not my top part. It was not a part that I knew for sure. I knew it at the back of my hand, like how I knew BEC and FAR. So I really encourage you, take your time. There's really no rush, and I really think that you're going to be successful. And the last thing is, so in my own recommendation and in my own opinion, I think the Rogers CPA tool for tax is really phenomenal. When I took it the second time, I actually bought Rogers CPA just for tax, because that was the only part I needed to take at the time. So I just took it and I just focused on it, and I really love their simulations. I love their I really love their multiple choice questions. I'm one of those people who I truly believe that not every CPA vendor, whether it's Becker, Roger, Gleim, Jaeger, regardless of what it is, I'm a big advocate in the fact that you really have to find the tool that works for you best. I've had experience with many of these different companies, and I've used them to study for different parts, so I did not buy the whole bundle for everything. So that's why I really recommend Roger CPA. Was really phenomenal, and I had read a lot about it when I retook regulation the second time, hence I'm telling you guys this. So it's not a bias, there's no form of ad here. I'm just really giving you my opinion and really what helped me succeed and to be able to pass. I really believe in you guys, and I really think that if you just dedicate some time, make sure you're not doing things that will take out of your study time. Really try to dedicate, hone in, just focus and get it done, because once it's done, it is done. Do you guys see this glow on my face? This is the glow of my CPA exams being done in more than about 2 years ago. So there's a lot of joy on the other side. So just take your time. It literally, even the Bible says, it's weeping may endure for a night, but literally joy comes in the morning, guys. You will feel better when you've passed, when you can relax and do all the fun things. I hope this video helped you guys, and I really hope that you stay in touch. Make sure you ask any questions that you have below. If you have any recommendations, if you want me to talk about anything else, I'm always here for you guys, and feel free to reach out to me. My email will be in the description box, and thank you so much and have a good day.